Before the printing press reshaped human knowledge, Europe relied on a quieter, slower engine of learning, its monasteries. Among these, one order rose with such speed and intensity that it transformed the continent's relationship with books long before Gutenberg was even born. This is the story of the Cistercians and the man who turned them into an empire of manuscripts. For centuries, books were created only through painstaking manual labor. In the dim glow of candles, monks bent over parchment, copying every word by hand. One monk could spend an entire year on a single text. In an age without mass communication, these books were where knowledge lived: scripture, philosophy, law, agriculture, medicine, and the wisdom of the ancient world. But book production depended entirely on the number of monasteries and the number of monks. And in the early 1100s, something extraordinary happened. In the forests of Burgundy, a small group of monks broke away from the wealthy Benedictine order to pursue a stricter, simpler life. Thus, the Cistercian order was born. Their goal was radical: a return to absolute discipline, manual labor as spiritual devotion, isolation in remote valleys and forests. Yet this austerity didn't slow them down. It fueled an expansion the world had never seen. At the center of this transformation stood a young, fiery monk named Bernard of Clairvaux. Charismatic, persuasive, and deeply devout, Bernard joined the Cistercians in 1112 and changed everything. Bernard founded his own abbey at Clairvaux, and through his influence, preaching, and almost magnetic authority, the Cistercian movement exploded across Europe. During his lifetime, over 300 monasteries joined the order. Daughter houses spread through France, Germany, Spain, England, and Italy. Bernard himself wrote thousands of letters, treatises, and theological works. With Bernard at its helm, the Cistercian network became one of the most organized systems in medieval Europe, including its scribal output. Every new Cistercian abbey meant a new library, a new scriptorium, a new team of trained monks producing manuscripts. Suddenly, Europe was filled with centers of learning. The Cistercians standardized their scripts, copied texts with remarkable speed, and circulated works across their entire network. Their influence helped saturate Europe with manuscripts, more than any other order of the Middle Ages. Yet, even at their peak, the Cistercians could not solve one fundamental problem. A book still took months or years to create. Even with hundreds of abbeys, even with Bernard's organizational genius, Europe remained starved for knowledge. Literacy was limited, books were expensive, ideas moved slowly. The continent was ready for a transformation, one that would dwarf even Bernard's accomplishments. While the Cistercians expanded their scriptoria, another story was unfolding far to the east in the German city of Mainz. Here, a goldsmith named Johannes Gutenberg was quietly studying metals, presses, and the mechanics of reproduction. The monks had filled Europe with books, but Gutenberg would soon change how books and ideas spread forever. Johannes Gutenberg was born around 1400 in Mainz, Germany. A goldsmith by trade, he was fascinated by mechanics and the possibility of mass-producing letters. His curiosity would converge into an invention that would shake the foundations of knowledge itself. Gutenberg saw a problem. Copying books by hand was too slow and costly. Knowledge was trapped and inaccessible to most. He imagined a device that could multiply the written word without sacrificing accuracy. The solution came in the form of movable type, individual letters that could be rearranged, inked, and pressed onto paper repeatedly. It was simple, yet revolutionary. For the first time, words could leap from thought to page faster than ever before. Gutenberg combined three crucial innovations: the press itself, durable ink that adhered to metal and paper, and metal type that could withstand repeated use. Together, these elements formed the world's first practical printing press. Innovation is never easy. Gutenberg faced financial hardship, legal battles, and skepticism. He borrowed money from investors, endured lawsuits, and risked losing everything. Yet, his vision endured. Even as others doubted him, Gutenberg persevered, determined to bring his invention to the world. Around 1455, Gutenberg completed his masterpiece, the Gutenberg Bible. For the first time, a book could be produced in hundreds of identical copies. Knowledge, once confined, began to spread with unprecedented speed. Scholars, universities, and religious institutions quickly recognized the value. Texts that had been rare were now within reach, opening doors to new ideas and discoveries. The printing press did more than reproduce books. It changed society. Ideas that once took years to spread could now ignite revolutions. Martin Luther's 95 Theses challenged religious authority. Copernicus's heliocentric theory reached minds across the continent. Knowledge became a force that could not be contained. From art to science, religion to politics, the press accelerated human progress in ways no one could have predicted. The press reshaped humanity's relationship with knowledge. Literacy expanded, ideas multiplied, and education became more accessible. Over centuries, the printing press paved the way for newspapers, public libraries, and the digital age. Gutenberg's invention was more than technology. It was a key that unlocked human potential. From a workshop in Mainz to the devices in our hands today, the printing press reminds us that one idea can ripple across centuries. Knowledge, once freed, transforms not only how we think, but how we live. In the story of humanity, Gutenberg's press stands as a beacon, proof that innovation, courage, and perseverance can change the world forever.